All right, Libra. I think that a lot of you are coming out of a difficult situation, but choosing to be more authentic to yourself. So find the lesson, discover the purpose in a situation, and trust that you are learning, and then no place like home. Now, find the lesson. This is talking about you dealing with some difficult people here. It says upheaval, quarrelsome people, disputes, antagonism and confusion, uncertainty about the purpose of a situation, feeling frustrated and ready to complain. It says let it go to the universe, ask the universe for clarity, and trust that time will bring an understanding of the lessons this uncomfortable adventure is teaching you. But I think that you're kind of looking back at it now and going, this is not me. It's not what I want to be a part of. And I say that because of no place like home. This one is saying that this card indicates that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity, aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. And this is the big thing that stuck out to me here. And again, it says that authenticity is your home. But as far as, dealing with difficult situations, I don't necessarily feel like it's about you needing to learn a lesson. I think it's one of those things where you had, something taught to you that you never wish to experience again. Like, I'm done with this. This is not me. This is not where I want to be. I'm claiming, my integrity again, and I'm not going to allow people around me to bring me down, so to speak. But I don't like the idea of, I had to learn this lesson. I think that that's bullshit. I think that this was like something that you weren't meant to learn, but it's good to now have this knowledge. It's like, all right, lesson learned. I'm never going to deal with this again, but you're getting pushed to the point where, it's almost like you can't deal with it anymore, which makes me wonder if some of you haven't been in this situation with a person or a group of people for a while. All right, Libra. Here is your overall. The King of Pentacles. Okay. Now, I do feel like for a lot of you, this is going to be about a person that you're dealing with. I don't necessarily feel like this has to do with, your career and your success here. So with the King of Pentacles, male, female, earth sign, doesn't matter to me. But, what I don't like here is with what I'm looking at with the Oracle cards is with the King of Pentacles, are you dealing with somebody who is only interested in themselves and what they can gain? But I don't want to judge him just yet. We'll see. Because, this could be about somebody who is trying to, be a little bit more giving of themselves, right? In the past, the Three of Wands. So, with the Three of Wands being the past, we're talking about you waiting on something to come through or waiting for someone to come through is what I feel like here. And what I worry about is, are you seeing what you want out of this? How long have you been waiting for this person to kind of come around? And are you done doing that, right? I don't know. I feel iffy about him. Okay, so in the present moment, Judgment. Damn, man. Okay, so with Judgment being in the present moment here, this is about you needing to kind of go back and look at everything, especially if, you've been waiting for a person to come around. Are you okay with, what has happened in the past, especially if somebody has kept you waiting? But it's needing to kind of go through everything and review everything, and I think it's specifically having to do with a person. Now, for some of you, no, I don't feel like this has to do with, you and your work. I feel more so that, if you're dealing with a person, it may have to do with a work situation. acting on something here that you thought was going to be successful for you, but somebody else may have had other plans. And I say that because of Judgment, right? But we'll see. Oh yeah, I'm telling you. The Eight of Cups in future conditions. This is not about you abandoning anything, but you realizing, especially with Judgment, that there is nothing that you can do that is, going to make the situation work. My God, if I could talk right. But with the King of Pentacles, though, the other thing is you realizing that this person is not going to give you what you need. They can't anymore. But I think that you kind of get to a breaking point where it's like, look, I've been waiting on you to be the person that I need you to be. But clearly here, you're having to face the facts with Judgment, so to speak. Looking at everything and making an accurate assessment here to move on. Because with the Eight of Cups, it's like, no, you're not. There is nothing else that you can possibly give me that is going to make me happy. And I'm not going to allow you to drain me emotionally anymore. All right. Your best path to follow, strength. So needing to tap into your inner strength. And here's the thing, if we're talking about you moving on with Judgment, you have to make sure that this is, laid to rest for you. We can't have this, constantly being brought back up. And you can't, be putting yourself in a position where somebody is continuously wanting you to kind of go back and look at things. I think that you're making the right judgment here, so to speak. With the Eight of Cups and then looking at strength, needing to find the strength to do what is right for you. But with Judgment, that's such a powerful thing. It's like going, okay, I have to really look at this now. But you moving into the Eight of Cups is even more so that punch, that realization that it's time to go. But you're going to have to tap into your inner strength to kind of deal with this and deal with this person. In your environment, the Seven of Cups. Okay. And here's why I feel like this is kind of being pushed at me. That Judgment is so important here. When you're looking at the Seven of Cups, right, this is you needing to realize that how things could have been maybe are not going to be, because with the Eight of Cups, I always question on whether or not somebody is actually moving on. You need to. That you're not going to get what you need from, this person. With the Seven of Cups being in your environment, that's difficult with Judgment. And really, it's you needing to kind of clear everything up and see it accurately, right? And it's not that the moon is clouding anything. It's more about how things should have been. Things should have been this way. I've been waiting for this. Why are things not happening the way that I thought that they were going to go? That's kind of what I feel like with the Seven of Cups. And I think that some of you may be kind of holding out in the present moment, thinking that maybe it's still possible that what you're waiting to see from this person can happen. But again, the Eight of Cups is a clear indicator here that, you can't anymore. If this person isn't willing to, think about you and they're only thinking about themselves, then yeah, it's time to go. Wow, Libra. And again, general, right? It's not going to be for everybody. Yeah, and it all makes sense to me. The Two of Swords is hopes and fears. There are things that you can't ignore anymore. It's not an easy choice, but it's something that you're going to have to do. You just have to make sure that you're being clear, that you're seeing everything accurately and knowing the difference between what is actually going on versus what you hoped would happen. But it makes sense that the Two of Swords is there with the Eight of Cups being in future conditions, right? This isn't an easy thing to do, but it is a choice that you're going to have to make because there may be things about this person that you can't ignore or hide from anymore. You know, because I go back to that Three of Wands and think, man, you know, they're waiting on this person. Waiting, 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 waiting. Waiting for them to come around. Waiting for them to show that, you know, they're willing to give you something. But they don't. Oh, man. And then coming out the Devil. So, you know, it's funny because it kind of has the same feeling as Virgo. It's not about the negative things that you need to deal with yourself personally. It's about the negative things that are affecting you because of another person, because they're only thinking about themselves. You know, so with the Devil coming out here and with the Eight of Cups, this is you walking away from the Devil, the negative things. You know, all the things that don't make you feel good about being involved with this person, you know. And for a lot of you, maybe you've been waiting for them to kind of come around and get out of like a destructive phase in their life, you know, but it doesn't happen though. And it's time for you to go. There's nothing else that you can do. And then the Chariot. And for a lot of you, it is going to be about physically moving, but needing to go, but go in a way where you feel like you have a better sense of direction in your own life. I like the Chariot coming out because with the Devil, it's like, no, I'm gone, especially with the Eight of Cups being here. You know, but what I worry about here with the Magician is, you know, again, there's two parts to this that I feel are coming through. One being that with you waiting, I feel like with the Magician, it's you thinking that you have the ability to create what you want out of this situation, but you can't control other people. Now, if we're talking about manipulation here, you know, this is definitely going to be about somebody who is manipulating you and making you think that you need to continue to wait for them while all they're focused on are themselves, you know. Now, with Temperance and looking at Judgment and the Seven of Cups, again, waiting and being patient, you know. And it's like, I want to say that none of this is fair to you, but I think that, you know, you can't anymore, right? And I go back to Strength and think that Temperance is not the right thing here. And I don't think that this is you. What I worry about with the Devil is that this is somebody who is, you know, needing you to stay for their benefit, but it's hurting you. Now, with the Chariot coming out, like I said, it's like gone, especially with the Eight of Cups, gone. You know, I'm not going to be pulled in two different directions here. It's you making the choice to get away from this now. You know, but I think that you've held out like for a long time, like way too long, way too long. Man, Libra, you know, and again, it's a general reading. Like, I can't stress that enough. This is going to be for Libras who are dealing with a person that they feel like does not care about them. They're only focused on themselves, but yet they want you around because they need to have you around, but it's not fair to you, and you know this, and you have to go. You have to make the decision to go. I understand holding out hope that, you know, maybe things can work out the way that they should, but you know that this is not something that you can ignore anymore. You're going to have to make that choice. Damn, man. So, rebirth. You need to go through a rebirth here. You can't continue to wait on somebody to give you what you need because they're not. And you know that you need to break free from this situation before you can see that rebirth, but you're going to have to be patient with yourself, not with the other person here, you know. And I feel like patience is pointing back to no place like home. Like, I already see where Find the Lesson is coming through. But patience in finding, you know, your integrity again. I don't think that you need to wait. I don't think that there's anything that you need to wait for. You don't need to wait for something to happen in particular here. I think that you have everything that you need to understand that it's time to go. And then solitude and silence, peace prevails. So for some of you, it's, yeah, needing to take a minute to yourself here. You know, and for some of you, miracles will start to happen once you start to move forward, once you start to move away. But I think that a lot of you are just going to need some time alone, you know, before you decide to get involved with, you know, another person specifically, I feel like. But I think that the Chariot is ultimately here what you're going to have to do. And for a lot of you, it is going to be about physically moving, you know, or needing to go somewhere else to get away from this. Right? And absolutely with strength, you're going to have to find your inner strength to do this. You know, and the one thing that I will say about this is I like the fact that you're not devastated emotionally. I mean, definitely with the Eight of Cups, you know, you've been drained, but you're not going to let it affect you to the point where you can't move on with your life.